up, guys?
Good morning.
We're just here cruising the mean streets of Kingsville, Texas. Cruising around the Walmart parking lot looking for babes.
Yay.
Just don't tell Mom, because I don't want her to hurt Dad. But
knock my other tooth out.
Yeah. Mom was very popular on yesterday's video. I must say, I think people love when she was making fun of me and just laughing.
It's easy to do.
Yeah. She even had some of the trolls, or at least one troll, apologize to her. Which I told Mom I wouldn't accept that apology anyways, because that person's talked trash about everybody.
Well.
Bunch of dumbasses.
They're offering.
But yeah, you might need to lean this way so you can see you more. There you go. Show them that ugly mug. Tell them where I got my ugly looks from.
Well, yeah, I can't help that.
Anyways,
It's a done deal.
yeah. So we came to Kingsville for a reason, not just to put out a side channel video. Went to come to the county appraisal district because they still didn't have it updated online. So we drove up here, and the lady handed us a paper where it shows that I guess it's in my name now, but they just need to update it on the maps.
It's not in the CAD yet, but they do have a picture or a copy of it.
So I got that. I'm going to email it over to the 911 address person. He was actually out of the office. He works part-time apparently, and I'll send it over and just let him know what we need to do moving forward. And I don't know. I put in the request on April 12th, so you would think
Just needs to get an address so we can get.
it's June 2nd,
stuff
guys.
rolling.
It shouldn't be this difficult to get a 911 address. And this is probably the most I've ever had, or the longest I've ever had to wait to get an address. Every other
Well,
place seemed like it was pretty quick.
They just messed up because of the way that it was all so new, because I had purchased it from our family. Had to get all that paperwork squared away. I had road closures done, had to get all that squared away. So it just took some time, and they finally got everything in the CAD right. And then when I sold that piece to Jared, he
I love when people don't move over.
everything was done properly and everything, but whenever I looked on the CAD, they had showed Jared's name under all on my property, and I was like, no.
I should have just got the address then and then have them switch it back.
But anyway, we got that squared away, and they're in the process of reevaluating your property, you know, tax-wise, and they got to enter in all that, and so
Exciting stuff, guys. We also came to town to look at plants.
we went by Lowe's, went by Walmart.
They both let us down. Everything's expensive, and
What
they didn't have
industry?
They didn't have a lot of stuff this time. I think it was a week and a half ago I went. It was completely stocked. Now half the stuff seemed like it's gone or burned up, and
Yeah.
it is what it is. And
But we either have to make a trip to Corpus Christi or down to the valley. I'm thinking more going to the valley, just take my trailer down there and load up on some carpet grass. And
so the sod over here was $3.50 for a little square.
well, I know when I looked online, they said they would deliver one pallet. It's 500 square feet for $500 something, and I was like, yeah.
Well, how many come on a pallet, you think?
Probably 140 pieces or so, 150. But it was just too much. I could get it out of the valley for like $120 a pallet.
And it's not like you need a ton of it. It's just around the pool, and then you were gonna seed the rest, right?
Right.
Bermuda or something.
I figured 3 pallets would cover most of the area around the pool.
It looks good out there. It's starting to really look good. It'll look a lot better once there's grass and plants and stuff. But like I mentioned on the other video, we spent the morning yesterday, or the afternoon, whatever it was,
Putting in dirt.
bringing in dirt and putting it around there and smoothing it out. And
Yeah, I got to figure what I want to do with a section of it. I want to kind of
mulch it.
put mulch around it, and so it's just we'll just have to go down and buy some trees.
Yeah, and the trees up here, they were a little expensive. The big palm trees, they were what, 12 foot tall maybe?
Yeah, they wanted
$200.
$200, and it was just a regular. I mean, it wasn't that big around in the base.
So
you know.
the Mexican fan palms, that's one of the most common ones down here.
Yeah, that's what you see on
Just
the highway.
everywhere.
They're either sable palms or the big fan palms.
But what did you say about certain palms attract?
Roaches and bats.
That's what it was. For some reason, I was thinking mice, but it was bats. And
All
stuff.
these palm trees around here, if they're not cleaned up real good, if they bunch up around the heads, like you see on a lot of shows,
Well,
the bats and roaches get up in there.
before we had the upstairs and the garage, when we had the carport, long time ago, there was a palm tree in the alleyway that would always have bats in it.
Yeah, we had one that was probably 30 feet tall or more, but I had it taken down. And I just don't like palm trees. They're just messy. They're hard to take care of as far as trimming them, because you got to climb up 20 feet just to trim the trees.
Those queens that you had, they looked really good.
Yeah,
and
those-
that's what I bought for mine, just 4 of them. But
Those will stay about that size when I cut them down after that freeze.
and I also got small ones. I wasn't going to spend a lot of money. I think I spent about $20 a tree, and they're only 5 feet tall, maybe. So it's going to be a good long time before they get to. We'll have to worry about trying to trim them.
But I want to get either a foxtail palm
I like
or
those too.
some kind of a queen palm. But like I said, we'll have to go to the valley. I do see them in the valley a lot.
And I need to find my Texas hat. I don't know where it went. It's a mystery. It just disappeared. So I'm wearing my grilling and chilling hat that I found. I might just need to get on Amazon and order a new hat.
That's around somewhere.
I don't know. I remember jumping in the pool with it, and then it's just gone. Maybe the dogs drug it off somewhere, and if they did, it's pretty much gone. So,
But yeah, the pool feels real good. We've been in
sorry it's so shaky.
a few times, and
Oh, it feels great when you're after we're doing all that dirt work, just run in, jump in the pond, instantly cool off, and then go back at it. And then started working on y'all's driveway in the front yesterday a little bit.
yeah, I saw you started putting some of that gravel up there.
Just some leftover gravel that they were putting inside the pool. So still got more to get out there. It's just going to have to do it by hand, I think. It's too much of a hassle to get on an angle.
We still got to do a lot of filling in where there's ruts and a lot of dirt and stuff, exposed grass torn up. But we'll fill all that in with that mulch that we get from my mom's, and get that grass planted on there. I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and then next week the shed will be here either late Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and I'll make sure I have all my batteries and stuff charged up, ready to go. Try to put out a good video. I started working on last night on a part of the video. I'm going to start it out with just showing just highlights of the property from start to finish to where we left off. It's only going to be a couple of minutes, just basically the length of a song, and I just use snippets of stuff. But it was cool going back and looking at the different progress and stuff. And not looking forward to the temperatures. It's going to be pretty dang hot. It's 86 right now, and it's 10:30 in the morning, and I'm sure the humidity is probably
the same.
Yeah, close to it.
Because I know when you walk outside, it's just like a sauna.
And I don't know how much more I could be wearing these shirts down here. These shirts, it just soaks them up pretty good. But yeah, we went and reshot the pad site yesterday as well. And was that yesterday or the day before? Whenever it was.
A few days ago, yeah.
And it was only about a half inch off, or half inch to an inch off total. So it's way better than it was up there in Oklahoma. So the skirting should.
And that's only in spots. It might, everything was pretty close. It's just might have to add an extra shim or something. But as far as the skirting, it shouldn't. If we did our calculations right, it should be even.
But you were pricing out the skirting on it. You said it was about $1,500 to $2,000, something like that, possibly.
If we go a certain
rock
route.
But hey, it's starting to sprinkle a little. And I think I jinxed myself yesterday in the video. I said, I don't think it's going to rain at all next week. It's Texas. Well, I looked, and it's Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. There's like a 50% chance. But what did you say? You don't really trust it unless it's like 80 or so?
Yeah.
Because it'll say it's going to rain, then it's just sunny as can be. And then the day it says there's no rain, we get a hurricane. So, speaking of hurricanes, this shed, once again, will be strapped down, anchored down. So, that was one thing was a must-have, and I don't remember how much I spent. I got 12 anchors. I want to say it was like,
$600-800, something like
I think it was like $60 a piece or something like that, which I think is gonna be totally worth it just to,
that. Anchor it down.
yeah, and then I'll go back in and do the hurricane brackets at the top on the inside. And,
They're probably already on the outside built in, but if you want to add
Yeah.
extra, you can.
I mean, I've done on the last two, it just helps secure it a little bit better. And I mean, if we're gonna get some crazy winds, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do no matter what you have or however you have your building. Same thing with tornadoes and stuff. People are always saying your shed's gonna blow away, and I'm
Well,
like, so will your
tornadoes
big ass house. Do you not watch?
Tornadoes a little
News.
different than hurricane. Hurricanes are sustained.
Yeah.
winds. You know, they gust and sustain most of the time. And if your house is built fairly well, you know, it can withstand that. But
I
when
mean,
you start getting 200, 300 mile an hour winds run through in one swath,
so
nothing's going to hold up.
I think the last time I ever have been in part of a tornado, I guess, was when Hurricane Brett came through in '99, and I think it was just, remember how it twisted up the trees and stuff?
Yeah, just crazy.
But I mean, you never know. Up there in Oklahoma, I was telling Mom, I said, anytime that there was a storm, it wasn't just a little nice rainstorm. It was always like hail, heavy wind, something crazy. It was never just a normal storm. And down here, we've had just some good rain here recently. No, not heavy winds or anything. And,
Well, supposedly this year it's going to be a little wetter than normal, which is good. We need it down here.
yeah, as long as it waits till after my house is here, then it can rain all at once. One of the first things I'm going to do is, which I should have just bought some today, just seal it for all the windows and stuff. But that ain't
We've
nothing.
got plenty of time for that.
But yeah, I want to make sure it's done right, and just still do a lot of research because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the fireplace, stuff like that. So I'm sure I'll get a ton of questions on what I'm going to do once it gets here, and I'll try not to explain everything on the video. I'll just do it, and you guys can take it how you want it and tell me what I did wrong and what I did right. That's how it works, right?
And none of us are carpenters.
Yeah,
You know?
but you go into anybody's house, no matter if they had it built professionally, there's always some kind of flaws and stuff, and I'm not expecting to have a perfect house. If I wanted a perfect house, I wouldn't be buying a shed and finishing it out.
Trim's a wonderful thing.
It is. Trim is your best friend when you're a DIYer, and yeah, it totally makes a big change on it. So I guess one last thing, since we are getting close to Rivera, gas station is actually the one we're both banned from. Man, we're some outlaws, aren't we? Wrongfully trespassed. So screw you, manager there.
We just,
It don't matter.
I
anyways.
never went in there anyway. All I did was get gas and diesel.
But they have taken some steps, like I mentioned on the other video. They did put up no dumping signs on all their posts and stuff out there, and they added one additional little trash can out in the parking lot. But they have been picking up trash, and I've only had to pick up trash on my property once in the last, actually since I got banned. So it was totally worth it, and I would totally do it again. So yeah. Anyways,
few little clouds.
we're getting here in town. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll try to put something together for the main channel, and then I'm also working on a new intro for the channel, surprise, for the 15th time. But I wanted to incorporate stuff around Rivera, and
It's not
see what it
much
looks
of a
like.
community down here. I mean, it's just a little old
Podunk town.
podunk, hole in a wall town, and
It blows my mind. Like, in Rivera's, what, 600 people roughly in the main area?
yeah.
And that's what I get on watch on my live chat. So it's like I have the whole population of the town watching whenever I do it. It's kind of crazy, but no, we're gonna go ahead and end this one. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll give Dad the last word.
You always do, don't you?
I do.
Well, I don't have much to say.
You just tell him goodbye.
Oh, bye.